what we see, the bubble of gases are coming out. It means this, when we add zinc granules to sulfuric acid in a conical flask, then there will be evolution of gas. By this we can say if a gas is evolving during a change, then it may be a chemical change occurring here. Let us represent it in the form of chemical equation. For example, when sulfuric acid H2SO4 is reacted with zinc, it forms ZnSO4 plus H2 gas. The evolution of gas in the form of bubble. Let us discuss the next topic, that is formation of precipitate. Let us discuss the next topic, that is formation of precipitate. Let us understand with some example. Formation of precipitate. We have an example. When potassium iodide react with the next one, sodium nitrate, it forms yellow color of lead iodide in the solution. What happens when we mix potassium iodide with lead nitrate? Then it forms yellow color precipitate which is insoluble in the solution. Let us represent it in the form of chemical reaction. When potassium iodide Ki react with PbNO3, then it forms PbI plus KNO. This is yellow in color and it precipitate out from the solution. This is an example of precipitation reaction. To the next, we have another example. When barium chloride react with sulfuric acid. When barium chloride reacts with sulfuric acid, then it forms white precipitate of barium sulfate BaSO4, which is insoluble in reaction. Example of precipitation reaction. The first one we have, and the next one we have. When potassium iodide is reacted with lead nitrate, it forms a yellow precipitate which is insoluble in the reaction mixtures and hence precipitate out. It is an example of precipitation reaction. To the next, when barium chloride reacts with sulfuric acid, it forms a white precipitate of barium sulfate which is insoluble in the reaction mixture. These two are the example of formation of precipitate. Clear? we will discuss the change in color. We have a variety of examples. Let us take a simple example. When we add citric acid or lemon juice, to purple color of potassium permanganate, then it turns colorless. What happens? When citric acid, we got citric acid from lemon juice, is added to purple colored potassium permanganate, then it turns colorless. So the next, we have another example. When sulfur dioxide gas is passed into acidified dichromate solution, then it turns green from orange. The next one is that when we passed sulfur dioxide gas into acidified dichromate solution, then it turns its color changes from orange to green. Okay. Change in color. When we pass citric acid in purple colored potassium permanganate solution, then it turns colorless. It means when the chemical reaction is occurring here, then the color changes. When we pass sulfur dioxide gas into acidified dichromate solution, then its color changes from orange to green. Let us discuss change in temperature. Change in temperature. The reactions are categorized into two types. The first one is exothermic. Then exothermic reactions. And the next one is endothermic. As the name indicates, exo. Exo means giving out. Therm means heat. It means exo means giving out. And the therm means heat. It means a reaction. It means, listen to me carefully. It means a reaction in which the heat is evolved is termed as exothermic reaction. It means a reaction in which heat is evolved or released is termed as exothermic reaction. You can also say, if heat is evolved, then the temperature of the container will increase. It means if a reaction accompanied with the increase in temperature, then it is termed as exothermic reaction. Or you can say, if a reaction accompanied with increase in temperature. It means when a reaction progresses, then there will be the increase in the temperature of the container. It means why there is increase in temperature? Because when the reaction proceeds, heat is evolved, and when heat is evolved, then the temperature is increased. If a reaction is accompanied with the increase in temperature, it is termed as exothermic reaction. Let us understand by taking an example. When we add water to quicklime, CaO, that is quicklime, when we add water to it, then heat is evolved. It forms slackline. Plus delta H. It means heat is evolved. It means in exothermic reaction, heat is released. If during a chemical reaction, heat is evolved, then it is termed as exothermic. Or we can say, if during a reaction, it accompanied with the increase in the temperature, then it is also termed as exothermic reaction. For example, when we add water to quicklime, calcium oxide, it forms slackline. During this reaction, if we touch the container in which the reaction is carried out, then we observe that there is rise in the temperature. Does understand? By another example, if we add zinc granule H2SO4, sulfuric acid plus zinc, then it forms ZnSO4 plus H2. If we perform this reaction, when we add zinc granules to sulfuric acid solution, and when we touch the container, we observe that there is increase in the temperature. Why it is so? Because when this reaction progresses, then the heat is released, and that heat heats up the container. That's why there is rise in the temperature. Clear? The next one we will discuss exothermic reaction. As the name indicates, we will discuss endothermic reaction. Endo, it means taking in. Take in. What therm means? Heat. It means a reaction in which heat is required for its progress. It is termed as endothermic reaction. It means a reaction in which heat is required for its progress. It is termed as endothermic.